Hello everyone, hello, I'm the Black Shadow, and welcome. Happy September 30th, as it works out. We're off the back of a pretty insane couple of days, folks, regarding the channel. Over the weekend, we did indeed take on the Code Veronica knife run streams over the course of Saturday and Sunday. First of all, a huge thank you to everyone who joined along and participated along with that. The stream is, I think, pretty sure is the biggest viewed stream I've ever done on this channel so far. It was a tough knife run, though. Holy damn. It didn't help the fact, as I'd mentioned, I hadn't played the game for like over 5 years. I'd hoped to do a bit of practice for it going into the run, but that didn't materialize. So it was basically me winging it for like 8 hours. If you've not seen the stream, the good news is that I'm busy processing all those videos for the YouTube, and those will be going up onto the channel probably tomorrow. It is available over on the Twitch if you so wish for it as well. It is there as a set of VODs. You can go and watch it there, but there'll be a slightly edited down version that will be going up live on YouTube tomorrow. Later tonight as well will be the next part for Resident Evil 6. Now, I've got hold of that from Mr. CM3 earlier today, so that will be up probably at some point later this evening. So from good news to even more good news, folks, that I can pronounce while we're on the subject of Twitch, I have also finalized the calendar for Twitch for the month of October, so I will show it off here. It's slightly edited down from where I was going. I've had to change a few little dates here and there, but this is a accurate everything we'll be doing over the course of October. This Saturday, we'll be delving into, as I mentioned before, the Trilby Quadrilogy, the Shizou Mythos, which I think is a fun little set of games. I know that Mr. Crossshaw was... You know, he looks back on it and he's like, yeah, it was a bit on the amateurish side, but that doesn't mean they're not bad games, and I think those will be fun to delve into. We've got a final stream of Secret Hitler. Left 4 Dead 2 will be starting to make a return onto the channel as well for the back end of the year, because I haven't played it for ages. I need to delve into that. I've no map on my screen, the Patreon request, which is scheduled to be a bit of a marathon, folks. We're going to be doing that all in one sitting. Hence why we got a midnight finish for that. And then on the 26th, we have the anniversary stream for the channel, the 8th year anniversary, which is scheduled to go for a solid 12 hours. I will release details as to what exactly the stream will consist of. There's going to be a variety of things over the course of the day, and I will circulate details of that a little bit closer to the time. I've got to finalize what exactly I want to do and how I want to run it. But I do intend to do a mix of a bit of single-player stuff. Definitely want to get some multiplayer stuff. And I am looking at getting in a bit of a democracy stream as well, where you guys literally vote on everything, and effectively you guys playing the game. I want to do something like that, because otherwise, if I'm going at it for 12 hours, I'm not going to make it. I need a spot to like rest and recuperate and have something to eat. So that's probably be my best spot in regards to that. Further news as well, which is I'm very pleased to announce, is over on the Twitter sphere. You may or may not have seen this picture turn up. I'm very happy to announce that for the Project Resistance closed beta, which starts in about 5 or 6 days, we have actually been selected on the 360, which does me a huge favor. It is currently installing behind me as we speak, a whole 11.39 gigs of it. There's a couple of folks actually on the Discord server that we have, there's a link of that in the description below, who have actually got access to the beta as well, on different systems, mind you, however, not all on the same. But regardless, I'm very looking forward to getting my hands on Project Resistance and to see physically what I make of it. I do not know at this point what I can and can't do in regards to broadcasting. And when I say that, I mean, I don't know if I can, like, record me playing the game and, like, post that. Once the beta is finished, I will definitely put up a review of my thoughts and such, and there'll be at least some stills at the very least, and if I can put up some footage as well, I will indeed look to do that, but I will need to contact Capcom directly, I suppose, in order to ascertain what I can and cannot do in that front, because the last thing I want to do is get into some problems. They might say, it's a closed beta, we don't want any of the footage being broadcast, but, you know, we can certainly, I can talk about it once the beta's done. I'm fairly sure about that. But regardless to say, very glad that I've got hold of this. That should be very interesting. Also, speaking of things that are coming up very soon, we've got Medieval the Remake as well, which is coming out of the back end on the 25th of October. If you do not know, there is still the demo for Medieval. There's a short-lived demo available on the PSN store. That is available for about another 4 or 5 days as well, I believe. It takes you through Dan's Crypt and the whole of the graveyard area. If you're unable to get hold of it, CM Furry has done a demo video on it as well. I've not got the ability to play the demo, really, unfortunately, but I'm not too worried. But he's gone through the demo, given his thoughts and bits and pieces, so do go and have a check out of that if you can. So, the main reason as to why I'm putting this video together. So as I mentioned, over the course of last weekend, we did the Code Veronica knife run, and it was really, really tough. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, over the past 8 years I've done this channel, we have done all sorts of crazy malarkey on this, but in all sorts of genres, all sorts of games, all sorts of series. But the main staple of it has been horror, and in the midst of that, the main staple has been Resident Evil. We've covered every single Resident Evil game pretty much from its origination now up to Resident Evil 6 in progress. And as time has gone on as well with these series, things have developed. You know, it's gone from some of these just like, say, Resident Evil Outbreak, actually a really good example of how a game from, we did the original series, say, like a few years ago. But as time has gone on, I started flexing around with doing this mode, this randomizer, and then it obviously developed into the Ruffle Raffle, you know, which randomizes so many game elements, puts in stipulations in as well, and all sorts of things to kind of make it a more, sometimes refreshing experience, but definitely a more challenging one at that as well. You know, we've done it with randomizers for various other games, from Resident Evil 2, difficulties, like Mortal Knight, for example, and all this sort of thing. I've been playing Resident Evil games for, I think, about 13 years of my life. I remember back to when I first ever touched Resident Evil 1, and it scared me shitless. I remember that. But I have always kind of wondered, all this playing of these games, you know, I'd like to think I'm not a bad player at these, but part of me has always wondered how good I actually am, and maybe how good could I actually be. This is something that I've been thinking about for a little while now, and it was further, let's say, helped along by this. This, everyone, is footage from a Resident Evil 2 speedrun tournament from a few days ago, presented by Team Redirect. Now, friend of the channel, Reptalion, who some of you may well know, also participated in said event. Before this tournament started, I had never, ever seen a speedrun for Resident Evil 2. It's not something I even remotely had even worried about, you know. Something like knife runs, for example, as well. You know, before I did this channel, I didn't give a damn about them. And yet I've done them for 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, the remake, soon to be more games, I'm sure, before all is said and done. And it fascinates me as well, watching this, you know, in like, there's a lot of technical ability that is required in this, and totally, when you do stuff like this, you go beyond playing a game for atmosphere, its story, its drama, and to a large degree, its gameplay, to just a point of trying to defeat something as quickly as humanly possible in their quest for perfection. I sometimes have a habit for really wanting to do things fucking well. If you're going to try it, you might as well do it properly. And I guess you can call it inspiration. But I've made a decision, everyone. I'm going to try something I've never done before in 13 years. How hard can it be, right? So this is how this is going to break down. I don't expect to break any world records here. Not even remotely. There are people that have been doing this for a long, long time over a variety of games and know what to expect and what the demands are. But I've always been so fascinated by what it takes to do something like this, and what makes someone want to go and take a game that they've played and enjoyed for years and go from that to something like this. So I'm going to have a go. And I don't mean like Remake 2, Go Survivors, give myself an hour on a stage, see how quickly I can do this. I mean, I'm really going to have a fucking go at this. Like a real proper try. I had considered getting this ready for part of the anniversary stream at the end of the month, but they've got too much on in October particularly, so I can't really give it enough time. But I want to see what happens if I can give myself a month or so of just putting in time and effort and trying to do something like this and see what we can achieve. And I figured, what a perfect way for myself and for the channel to attempt something like this, but to go back to where it all began 8 years ago. The original Resident Evil. I don't know how this is going to go. I have no idea what to expect. But I know that what I've done in the past can only get me so far in this. But this isn't just about trying to beat this as physically fast as I can. I want this to be as much as well about experiencing what it takes to do something like this, to to try and get in that mindset, to understand why people want to do these sort of things, and try and speedrun these games. And the plan is, at some point towards the back end of November, I'm actually going to host a stream of me attempting to beat this game as fast as I physically can. I don't know the exact version of this game I'm going to play yet. I don't have an exact time in mind for what I want to achieve yet. But it's like in the past, like if I beat this game in like an hour 45 minutes, I would yes, I'm the best fucking player in history. I think the world record for this playing as say like Chris is like 38 minutes. I got a long way to go. So, thank you very much for listening. I hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend, have a good week coming up. A reminder to say, Resident Evil 6 will be coming up later tonight, and then the Code Veronica X Knife Run playthrough will be going up over the course of this week, and that will be beginning tomorrow as well. So, take care of yourselves. Tell me how fucking insane I am in the comments below. And, yeah. I will definitely be seeing you soon. What I will be intending to do with this, as just a quick aside, is I want to delve into it and get I want to show off the software, all the stuff you need to do, the things you have to kind of learn about the game and the process and what the work that goes into this. There'll probably be some me doing practices on the Discord server, maybe some little practice streams here and there. But that's the target. Back in November, I'm going to set aside a stream for maybe 3 or 4 hours. And we're going to try our fucking damnedest to beat this as quickly as I can. I can't wait for the challenge. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.